Hey guys, I am Jack Sparrow. Welcome. What we're doing today is kind of a showcase. I started several years ago a city map and named it Mob City. And so starting from the first building that I built, which is a representation of my state capitol building, and we'll get right into it. So the front of the building is actually unused. Nobody walks up the steps anymore. But used to long ago, there was a door here, and would lead you into the grand staircase. Now, the grand staircase is still part of the building, only the entrance is now blocked, and you really can't walk through those doors. So that is why I did not put any doors here on the front. Coming here into the now front entrance section is your security checkpoint. This is technically the first floor that you enter in on, and the state seal is embedded into the floor here. And then there is actually, when you look up into the dome, there's a mirrored image of our state seal at the very top of the dome. There are 5 floors, 6 if you count the basement. There are long corridors traveling east to west in the building. Moving on, I'm just going to get into some like key areas here. This is the second floor, which is really important because you have the office of the state governor here, and our governor's office is very important because of obvious reasons. But other than that, hidden away in the back of the governor's is what's called the Blue Room. And it was like a widely historic room for people to come and visit, have tea or whatever it was back in those old days, coffee, tea, whatever. So this was represented to be a very special room if you got to visit this room at the request of the governor. That was obviously thinking very highly of you. Now it's part of a tour. You can go in there. I just realized this is incomplete. Okay. There are some sections that are incomplete. Oh, she's... okay, so just do a quick fly up here into the rotunda. This is the dome. And believe me, this was very difficult to get right. The 5th floor is actually like quite difficult to really get to in real life because it's only reserved for senators, House representatives, and the press. The reason why is because there's balconies on either end of the building. You have a west end and you have an east end. This is the Senate chamber. And then the balcony, of course. And the balcony is very important because down here in the actual Senate chamber itself, you're only allowed if you're a member of the Senate. But up here, if you're like press, you are allowed to sit in certain sessions if you're the press. But I don't know if they allow the public to come in and actually see the chamber while they're in session. I highly doubt it, but in most cases when they are not in session, the chamber is open to tours, so it's pretty neat in here. The ceiling was my most favorite part of this whole room right here, was putting the ceiling in. I mean, I just had so much fun with that. I was so happy that when I originally decided to build the roof the way that I did, when later entering the chambers here and building this inside, I was like, oh, how am I ever going to do that? Oh wait, I allowed so much room to do that in here. And so I enjoyed the crap out of out of everything coming together, essentially, without forcing everything to come together, I guess. I don't know. but I enjoyed it. It was very fun. Oh, also, in the Senate offices, and it's exactly the same in the House of Representatives. So you have offices on either side of this end, and a large staircase at the end of the hall that comes down. And the reason why that was is so that the senators and House representatives can have multiple ways to get in here without having to, I guess, run past a bunch of people in the hall. And this has actually been a 5-year build on Minecraft. The reason why is because when I originally built it, it was completely made out of stone. And that was like early 360 Minecraft. And then when they went to Xbox One, you could import your maps over, and so I did that. And then they added texture packs, like City Texture Pack, which is my favorite to build on, is the City Texture Pack. And so what they did is they started adding in all the other blocks that you already had on the PC version. So like quartz. And as you can see, there's a lot of quartz in this building. And I had to go in and basically change out every single block that was stone originally in here with quartz. And yeah, it was a painstaking process. Again, 5 years. And it seems like every time they update and bring in another new block into the Xbox version, I'm like, oh gosh, I can use that and do that here. And so that's why, like you see bone blocks here. Bone blocks are one of the most recent updates for Xbox. And I really liked how the texture pack, the City Texture Pack, made them look. And so I use them as the outlining borders of all my balconies. I just like the way that they look. I haven't even counted how many rooms there are in this building. I can assure you, though, every room is accounted for. Snack bar. No food in here. Dang. Hungry. So, whoa. Okay. I'm a biker? Yeah, I'm a biker. Okay. Did not know that. There's art everywhere, on every wall when you're in the Capitol. There's just art everywhere. Here in several years, whenever they get around to actually completing the entrances, like I said, they just started on this project, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be a 5-year project, probably 10-year if we run out of money. But this path here will no longer go into the building right there. That's going to get closed off, and it's going to carry on around here, and then it's going to start gradually going down into the ground. And what will happen is the whole entrance area will be in between these pillars underneath the first floor going into the basement. And what they'll do is they'll have glass ceilings right here, to where as you're walking in or as you're walking out, you can look up and just like see the building as you're just like walking out. You know, it looks pretty crazy. I mean, it looks amazing, but at the same time, it just makes you wonder, why are we spending this money to do stuff like this? So, anyways, that's pretty much the showcase here for this first episode, is showing you everything that I put into this for 5 years. 5 friggin' years. Oh my gosh. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and like and subscribe for more, because as you can see, I have a whole city to show you. Thank you, and bye-bye.